how you know this is not clickbait, this is not a hoax. This is the 2019 Dodge Charger 392 Scatpack. We got the full Boiler S-Type catback exhaust system installed, and we're going to fire it up for the first time. Hey, what's up, ladies, gentlemen, and everybody in between? It's your boy Hemi, and I got another video for you guys today. Alright, so I can't believe it's already been a year since I've pretty much been given the keys of this Charger Scatpack. I'm paying for it myself. I know some of the haters in the past dropped some comments saying, oh yeah, he probably got the car from mommy and daddy. Nope, I'm paying for it myself. It's in my name. I'm making 100% of the payments. It's mine. Well, at least it's the bank's until I pay off the loan. But it's my car. I don't care what you say, it's mine. Alright, so this is the 1 year review of the Charger Scatpack, and I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of update because a lot changed between the last time I updated you guys on what exactly I did to the car and how it is now. I'm editing this video is coming out a little bit late, but I got this car August 2018 and it's now September 2019, so it's been a year and some change. There we go. I got the drone up in the sky. I apologize in advance for any wind noise, but I'm gonna combine the drone footage with that of the GoPro. Year 1 review, 1 year, 15,000 miles. It's actually been really nice. It's not all about the miles per gallon, it's more about the smiles per gallon. Anybody, like I told you earlier, anybody that rode in this car really enjoyed it, and it's from even stock. It's the stock form in this car. The exhaust is loud, the exhaust sounds nice, deep. To be honest, you don't really need to even do a catback exhaust like what I did. If you've been following me from the beginning, you already know this car already had the black racing stripes. It's carbon fiber. Got it from the dealership. What I did myself was to make it more unique. I added the red vinyl all the way up and down the car. And then I also put the paint guards back on, as you can see. And it actually gives it that nice look. Now, if the paint guards were yellow, yeah, I would say take it off. It doesn't even match the car. But if you did what I did, I kept the paint guards. At first, I took the paint guards off. I kept it, the paint guards, the buttons, everything. And for times like this, it was more than, it was a really good idea, because now I put it back on, and I don't plan on ever taking it back off. And for what I did to this car, I think it matches the car really well. And then I'm still on those stock 245s up front, the all-season tires. And if you're not caught up with me, on the back I swapped the rear tires to drag radials. And don't mind, the car is a little bit dirty right now. As you can see, I'm on off-road, so I can fly the drone and not have to worry about somebody getting mad saying that the drone almost hit them way up there.
You almost hit me.
I had to throw that in there. Okay, with 1 year of ownership of this car, what kind of problems did I run into? I can say pretty much the only problem I've ever ran into while owning this car was the Android Auto. For some reason, I think the Android Auto did an update which pretty much fixed everything, but when I first got the car, the Android Auto, it wouldn't really connect to music. Like, it was buggy. It was pretty much, I'm trying to listen to music, or I'm trying to plug in a GPS, and it'll automatically kick me out and just go back to the, I think, the radio or something. But it was doing that for a good first 6 months of owning a car. And then for some reason, thinking on the phone update, Android Auto, they did an update which pretty much fixed those bugs, and it's been working perfect ever since. So as far as that, no real complaints. So let's go to a few things. So the steering wheel, If you're not familiar, even the 19 Scatpacks is still a round bottom. The whole steering wheel is round, which is not annoying. The reason why I say that is because the car, of course, is an automatic, so you don't really, I mean, there's just no real, in my opinion, no real benefit of this car being flat bottom at the bottom. And then let's go here. So with the 19 Scatpacks, we got the drive mode button here. I can say this launch control button is a bit sketchy. Let's try it real quick. To launch vehicle must be in drive. Okay, well, I guess it worked this time, but unless I'm not doing it right in the past, the vehicle is not, when I try launch, this launch control button right here, it doesn't really work well with me. If I turn on the car, I'll have it automatically, I'm in eco mode, and then I double click this and it switches everything to track mode. Even with the 19s, if I click this app button here, if you try to load the performance pages, it has a really long load and pretty much it takes forever. So yeah, that's definitely, they're saying that's nothing new. And then it shows your quarter mile times 0 to 60 and all that. So let's talk about the interior. So the interior, I mean, it is a 4-door muscle car. The interior is pretty basic, but I mean, it pretty much, I think they designed it to be kind of like an aircraft, where everything, they want the driver to have the full control. I do like that the passengers have grab handles, so if you're trying to floor it, they have something, pretty much the oh shit handles. So they got a grab handle up here, they can rest their arm or elbows here or over there. One thing I noticed about the Camaro SS, they don't really have grab handles or anything. Like I said earlier, you can fit a grown man 6 feet tall, you can fit them in the back comfortably, and there's not too many muscle sport cars that you can say that about. I added the SRT powered, pretty much a little cushion for your seat belt, make the car stand out a little bit, well, at least change things up a little bit. And yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to get into. It's not about, I mean, this video is not about pretty much me driving on the road. When you do drive on the road, oh yeah, one thing I do want to say is when you're driving on the road, people do see like a car like this, big, bright headlights behind them, and I do notice a lot of them just automatically get out of your way, thinking that you're gonna drive fast. So I did notice that, because I do have 2 cars, and my other car, my Corolla, let's say I'm in the left-hand lane and people see you behind and they're like, it's whatever. But they see a car like this, big, bulky, muscle V8 car, they'll be like, hey, let me just get out the way. So that's one thing I noticed. Another thing I noticed is, at least if you don't own a V8 or a sports car, and you plan on buying one, listen up to this. So you're on the road, you drive past another V8, if they're cool, most of the time they'll rev their engine, and of course you're gonna rev it back, or you rev your engine and they're gonna rev it back. That's one thing I noticed. It's like the little things that add up. So everybody had in this car, literally nobody had problems. I mean, it's really hard for me to think of something to try to bash. I did a 5 things I like and dislike video a few months back, and yeah, for the most part all those points still stand. One thing, I was watching Venom 392, and he was complaining about this exact same thing. Granted, my car is dirty right now, but when you do wash your charger, the water likes to sit here and it likes to sit there. That's one thing. It's always annoying, or it just, I don't know, it's just like that's where the compilation of dirt always ends up at. Now look at this drone, it's still up there, just flying around doing its thing. So rims, still stock rims. There's no point of you buying aftermarket rims, especially if you keep your car, the performance of your car stock. Those stock wheels, pretty much you can fit needles on there and your car is going to hook really well. So I think I already did a video about it, telling you about it, like comparing the cost differences of you buying aftermarket wheels to fit big 315s. You don't need to do all that, especially keep the car, the performance wise, keep it stock. So all those people is telling you you have to get bigger wheels so you can fit bigger tires in order for you to hook. They're all misinformed. I'm not saying they're lying, but I could say that they're misinformed, and I got a full video dedicated to proving why they are misinformed. Alright, I think I got enough footage of this drone following me around like that. Let me try to bring it down real quick. Let's do the return to home button. Instead of, it's going to return back on its own. There we go. And it should be landing. It should be landing like right next to where I took it off at. First thing I did when I got this car is I got those windows tinted, and I got those yellow paint guards taken off. And funny thing, ironically, I put it back almost a year later. I did all this myself. Got some spray paint, and then I bought my own red vinyl and put it on myself. It took probably like, I want to say 4 to 5 hours. It was actually me and my neighbor that did this, and I think it stands out. I told you guys in the past, I don't want this car to look like a non-V8 model of the Charger lineup. Look at that drone landing almost perfectly. Y'all see that? Hold up, I'm about to go back to what I was saying. Ain't that perfect? VGI Maverick Pro 2. Like I said, I told you guys in the past, I don't want the car to look like a non-V8 model of the Charger lineup. So I'm doing simple stuff to enhance the appearance and make it look more like muscle-like. So everybody likes it. I mean, I like it. It's something different. I know there are some pieces of the vinyl that I have to redo, but it's still a lot cheaper than paying. I think out of town, there's gonna quote me at about $500 just to line up my racing stripes with this red. I was like, 500? I'll do it myself for about 20, 30. So last thing I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna do next, last thing I'm gonna do next recently in the near future is the headlights. I got aftermarket lights that I'm gonna get installed on the car, and it's gonna pretty much be Wi-Fi controlled. They could change the lights to a bunch of different colors, and if I'm ever pull up to a car meet, make the car stand out that much more. So yeah, if there's anything in this video that I missed and you specifically want me to talk about, don't be shy. Drop a comment, hit me up. I'm more than open to replying to you guys' comments. I always read you guys' comments. YouTube does not let me know every time somebody do drop a comment, but most of the comments YouTube lets me know, or I'll see it. Some comments get held for review or gets put in YouTube spam folder, and yeah, I get to those when I can. So for anything that specific questions you have, like my gas mileage, that fluctuates depending on how I drive, but if there's any specific questions, I probably either one made a video about it already, or two, I'll just catch you up and give you the answer. So thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe button, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. Same old par.